Okay, so in our last video, we have seen the basic commands of router, like what is the basic commands on enable mode and how we can implement that command. So we have only discussed that command on enable mode, like the command was like show run, show history, okay, show history. After that, we have used the command show IP interface brief for watching the interface detail, show IP root. Now, what to do if we have to use that command in global configuration mode? Like if you have not watched last video, then first watch the basic command videos. After that, go for this configuration. So if you want to use that same commands in global configuration mode, then you have to put keyword do before the command, like do show run, do show history, do show IP interface brief, okay, do show IP root, like this. You have to use with the do command. Okay, so for example, you have worked on this router like 1841, 1240, 1821, 2901, all the routers are same, but only the basic part is the configuration. So you can work on any router. Enable. So in last video, we have done with show run, okay, show history. But if you want to use that command in config mode, if you are writing show run, there is a problem. Show history, there is a problem. So if you want to use these commands in config mode, put keyword do before the command, do show run. Done. Do show IP root. Do show history. Understand the concept? Like if you don't want to use with do, then simple do exit and use show IP interface brief. Anything you want to use. Okay, so our today's topic is basic configuration, IP configuration of routers, like how to configure IP addressing and what is the designing, how to make designs on Cisco packet tracer. Okay, what are the design that can be used? So if you want to create a LAN, you need a device switch. So this is a device switch. So I'm taking 3 switch here because I want to create 3 LANs. Okay. So with the help of switch, we can connect it with PC. So click on end devices, like in Cisco packet tracer, they all are the devices. Here you can get network devices, router, switches, hub, wireless device, ASA firewalls, WAN emulation cloud, PCs. So you have to click on end device. After clicking on this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I want to add 3 PC in every LAN. So now switch to PC. They all are different devices. So in different device, you can use straight cable. We have 2 types of cable, straight cable and cross cable. Straight cable are used to connect different devices and cross cable is used to connect same device with each other. Okay. So these are the end devices. So click on the connections. So here you will get copper straight cable. Click on this, connect with fast Ethernet port of PC and any port of switch. Switch is connected to PC. Switch is connected to PC on another switch also.
You're using straight cable.
Yes, straight cable. You can use Giga Ethernet port also if you want to use. Oh, sorry. Straight cable again. Okay. So we want to make it LAN. Now LAN is what? LAN is when the devices are connected with each other, same network ID. So we'll use the LAN, but we have to do subnetting also because we want to save our IPs, because subnetting is the process in which we can avoid the wastage of IP addresses. So we have to use subnetting concept also. Now, here I want to use network ID, for example, A class. So I'm starting my practical work with A class. Now you will, now maybe you are thinking that why A class? In A class we have so many wastage of IP. So in A class, if I need 3 PCs, then you know /29 will be used, because in /30 we have 2 valid IP, valid IP 2, like 0 will be the network ID, 1 and 2 will be the valid IPs, and 3 will be the broadcast ID. Where is your 2? Okay. Like in 29, 1 to 6 are my valid IP. Okay. Similarly, in my another network, I am going to use 20.0.0/29, 30.0.0/29. What is the meaning of this? I click on my PC. This is my desktop and IP configuration. 10.0.0.1. By default, it belongs to A class, so it will give FLSM. But I don't want to use this, because if I click on this, it is /8. So I'm going to change it to save the addresses to 48. Okay. So on another PC, IP is 10.0.0.2, and I have copied this to 45 to 40, to 55 to 55 to 55 to 48. On third PC, 10.0.0.3, this. And similarly in another network, 20.0.0.1/29, 20.0.0.2/29, 20.0.0.3/29. In third network, I have used 30. Even I'm using A class, but I'm not wasting a lot of IP address, because I'm using VLSM concept. So you can use any class, but you have to know the concept of subnetting. Okay. So your LAN, 3 LANs will be done. Now you want to check the connectivity, you can click on this. Your IP is 10.0.0.1. You want to check the connectivity with 2 and 3. So go for command prompt ping 10.0.0.2. Ping. So it is giving reply. Also you can ping with 10.0.0.3. It is also giving you reply. If you don't want to use command prompt, then you can click on this, add simple PD. Click on this and click on the destination. It is successful. Similarly, 20s network are pinging with each other, 30s PCs are pinging with each other. So my next step is, these are the LAN, but I want to make the whole network in a WAN. So I need to use one device that named is router. So any router you can use, like router number 1, router number 2, router number 3. You are starting from basics. So I recommend you to use 1841 fast Ethernet. After that, you can use 29 like Giga Ethernet. So router to switch, which port will be used? Fast Ethernet port. So now they both are different device. So again, straight cable is used. You can use fast Ethernet 0/0 or 1, anyone. Fast Ethernet 0/0, fast Ethernet 0/. This is called designing. Okay. Now you don't want to use cross cable here. You want to use a serial port. So if you want to use serial port, click on this, off the router, HWIC2T, and add the port. Switch on the router. Second router, off this, HWIC2T, add this, and on the router. Click on this, HWIC2T, and on the router. Okay.
Why are we not using the
Cross cable? Because cross cable we can use that cross cable for another switch also. The question from the student is why you are not using cross cable? I'm saying if you want to use like another switch, then we can use that port for that. Okay. So in serial cable, you can use this. Serial, click on serial, click on serial, click on serial, serial. So it is your design. In this 3 LAN network and 2 WAN links, not WAN, WAN links. WAN links can be used. And the complete network will be WAN when we will do routing, because our today's task is how to configure router's IP address. Okay, so start with your first router. First of all, this is your 10.0.0/29, 20.0.0/29, and 30.0.0/29. So its IP is 1, 2, and 3. So we have pending IP 4, 5, and 6. So I can use on fast Ethernet 10.0.0.4, 255, 255, 255, 248. Like I have to use from this network because this is my LAN number 1. So this IP should be on the 10. This IP should be in the member of 20. This IP should be in the member of 30. Okay. Okay, so wait, I have to delete this. Click. So you can make a designs also there. From there, like you want to add any design. You want to add sticky notes, you can write here like 20.0.0.4, 30.0.0.4. Now, router's 1 port, fast Ethernet port is assigned with 10, its port assigned with 20, its port assigned with 30. Okay, now this is also a network, serial 0.0.0.2.0.0.0. This is also a network. So it is called WAN links. So from here, if we are using 10, 20, 30, so here also we need another IP range. For example, I need 2 IP address here, only 2. So for only 2, I'm using network 40, but /30. /30 means like here I'm using 40.0.0.1 with the help of subnetting. I have given homework in my last video. I have given homework for /28, 29, and 30. So subnetting should be clear. Similarly, I'm using here 50.0.0.1 and 50.0.0.2. Okay. So now, what is the syntax of how to give IP address to router interface? How to give IP address to router interface? Okay. So the syntax is like if you are in a user mode, then first of all you have to enter in this mode. After that, you have to go in config T mode. So in this mode, you can do configuration. You don't have to write router. Automatically, you have to type only enable and config T. Now, how to give IP address to router interface? The syntax is interface and interface type. IP address and which IP you want to give and its subnet mask. After that, link is like you can watch the links are red here, like they are in shutdown mode. So you have to use command no shutdown. So it is your first practical. After that, exit. This is the syntax. So already I have like written on sticky notes which IP address I want to give on interface. So for example, sometime in Cisco Packet Tracer, you are not able to view the port. So in option, preference, always show port label should be tick. Okay, if you don't tick, then you are not able to watch the port. Okay, you can change the fonts in this also. Okay, you can start the telephony sounds also. You can do anything. Okay, so just I'm going to start configuring the IP address with this interface. So I have to start on router number 1. So I'm going to click on router CLI. So it is very easy. So my router 1 has two interface, F0 by 0 and serial 000. So we have to start like this. No, enable, configure terminal. Now F0 by 0, you have to write according to this syntax, interface and interface type. Interface FA0 by 0. IP address, which IP address? 10.0.0.4, 255, 255, 255, 248. Now link is red because of shutdown mode.
No shutdown.
No shutdown will be the command. And after that, link will be green. After that, you have to use exit interface serial 000. This is the port 000. Here I want to give IP address 40.0.0.1 space 252. No shut. But when I am doing no shut here, the link is down because on the other another side is also a router. So we have to no shut on the both side. Okay. If you want to check the history, then you can check history, do show history. This configuration I have configured on router number 1. Okay. If you want to save all the configuration, do write. I tell you in last video, do write is used to save the configuration. You can use the command do write here. Now similarly on router number 2, click on router number 2. We have 3 interfaces. Okay. Interface FA0 by 0. IP address 20.0.0.4. Now I have configured 20.0.0.4 this. So the subnet mask is 248. No shutdown. Exit. Interface serial 000. IP address 40.0.0.2. So when you have configured 40.0.0.1 and after no shut, the link was down. But now when I will do no shutdown, both the links will be green because router on the both sides should have on mode. Like if you will use do show history, you can check what command you have used. Okay. So exit and 1 port. Now S0 by 0 by 1 also should configure here. Exit interface serial 001. It is also with the IP address connecting to router number 2. No shutdown. You want to save this, right? And you want to check history. So why I copy first? Because I know that router always take by default 10 commands in their history. So router 2 configuration is done. It is easy. Okay. Now back to router 1. Not. Now forward to router number 3. No, enable, configure terminal. Okay. Now on router number 3, I have 2 ports, serial and fast Ethernet. So it is not necessary always that you have to start with fast Ethernet 0 by 0. You can start with serial also. Okay, serial 000. 50.0.0.2 space subnet mask. No shutdown. Exit. And after that, you can configure fast Ethernet 30.0.0.4. No shutdown. Exit and do write. Do write. this one. So I have copied this command on router 3. I will share this with you. So your whole configuration of IP addressing is done. Now the last step is the fast Ethernet port of every router which is connected to switch. We have to check where we have to use 10.0.04. So 10.0.04 will be the default gateway for LAN 1. 10.0.04 is the exit point of this network. So it will be the default gateway. Default gateway is the exit point of your network. Okay. And in another network, the second network default gateway will be 20.0.04. And the 30 network is 30.0.04. Like for example, you have configured 30.0.05 on that interface, then your gateway will be 30.0.05. So in computer system, you have to give IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. And default gateway is your exit point of your network. So this is the basic configuration of IP addressing. Now, if you will check basic command in config mode or in enable mode, anytime, like show history, you can check command show IP interface brief. Which port is configured with which IP? Show IP route, routing table. Okay, save the configuration, write command. But after configuration, they can ping with each other, like 10 can ping with 10, PC can ping with router, router can ping with another router, but 10 network cannot ping with 20, 20 cannot ping with 30. Because for that, we have to configure routing. So routing is the process of path termination. So this is your IP addressing and designing of network. So I think there is enough for this. So tomorrow we are going to upload new video, and on that we will discuss about like another routing concept and like internet concepts. Thank you so much.